It was big. It was enriching. It was successful. It was the grand launch of Skill Up final years. 23,000 students registered. 15,000 students watched the session. Since we know that only 35% of students are employable and 78% students miss the required practical skills like coding, aptitude, soft skills, problem solving, and more, we are here to plug the gap with our Skill Up Final Years program. The event was graced by several industry experts.
XLR, they appear to be working very, very hard on this. Probably if some of the students are impressed with this and if they want to take it up, gain the advantage for them. In fact, ultimately, the ultimate goal of any student who is pursuing higher education is to land in a very good job.
It is not the definition of a screwdriver that gets you a job, but actually knowing how to use one.
Time is changing very fast, and you need to learn how to learn new things. That is very important.
This current initiative of them is a very nice step taken towards the democratization of education. As they just mentioned that this program is free of cost and is available for all.
Importance of this technology, importance of coding, importance of communication skill. Of course, they are very, very important. And on top of it, if you can really get the grip into the technology and solve the problems during our student career, then definitely it's going to add a lot of value into the portfolio.
So I'm confident that the students who got selected through this campus training program, I think that they are going to become the day one deployment itself, they are productive.
And that's not all. We are just getting started with much more to come.
So a very good evening to all those who are present here for today's session. So a warm welcome to all the participants, those who are present here for Skill Up Final Years with Placement Assistance, having its grand launch of Logical Reasoning module. So on this occasion, I would like to introduce our Associate Director, Mr. Amit Saha of XLR Institutional Vertical. Over to you, Amit.
Thank you, Nitya. A very good and warm welcome to all the participants and the guests with illustrious professional career of theirs. Thank you all for being a part of this phase 2 launch of the initiative that was taken up by XLR. As we are all aware that over the last 1 decade, we have been working very closely for the upskilling of the workforce and as well as for the youth who wants to make entry into the career in the changing and technology space. Keeping that trend under consideration, we have been thinking about launching something which becomes much more relevant, keeping in view of the current trends, current time, and the requirements for the final years specifically. So that's how the thought of Skill Up for final years came into existence. While designing the program, we also thought about the ultimate objective or the goal. As we know, result orientation is something which is very, very precious. That is the reason why, as you see on your screen, that there is a program which gives you an end-to-end kind of experience. That is, you skill up being in the final years, and of course, as a objective, as a result orientation of that, we also provide you with an initiative of placement assistance. So that's how we play an end-to-end game in this entire exercise. So we have already initiated the phase 1 of this program on 8th, and as who has joined in early must have come across the video where we have tried to recap our first 15 days of the journey. So now we enter into we actually speed up, we scale up, and we move on with the new phase or the new phase of the skill up activity. So that's what we call as the logical reasoning module. Before we move on to that, would like to give a quick wrap up of how the program was designed. A program which comes in absolutely free to the aspirants, to the learners, a free program of more than 200 hours of live online training of campus recruitment, and that encompasses or covers, Nitya, if you can move on to the slide, so which encompasses the areas of technical skills, that is the programming skills or the coding skills, followed by the quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, the soft skills aspects, followed by the resume and LinkedIn profiling, and the techniques of how to ace an interview, and finally wrapping it up with group discussions and personal interview sessions. So as you can see, it is a holistic approach about cracking the first phase of the recruitment procedure so that one becomes enabled for the face-to-face interview and land up with their coveted jobs. So as a quick flashback, as we started off on 8th of January, we had an excellent startup journey. So a very quick recap on that, as we see that we were all across in the media. So as this program we associated with AP Skill Development Corporation and as well as Andhra Pradesh Skill Council for Higher Education. So that's where in the phase one we got almost close to around 30,000 registrations. Nitya, if I can move on, please. So we got associated, whereby out of the 30,000 on the day one itself, more than 10,000 students attended the online skilling program, and that phase went on for the last 15 days, 20 days. So as you see, AP Skill Development Corporation came in the forefront and published our venture in across all media formats, and it was highly appreciated by both the students and the academia. What you see in the Zoom link today are primarily our guests, our internal clients who are joining through the Zoom link, but the larger audience is actually joining live through the YouTube live link that has been provided to them. Right. So on that note, when we enter into the second phase with what we call as the logical reasoning, let's warm up our wits and get going. So to begin with, let's prick our brains. All the participants who has joined in, a very quick question which comes up on the screen, and I will try to give you some next 5 to 10 seconds. Please go through it. I'll read out for the benefit of everybody who might be joining in through mobile. There's a quick query which has come in out here. That is, I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? Does it? Can you recall? Can anybody can recall? You can always put across your quick answers in the chat box. Would like to see. Yes, I see come a couple of responses coming up in the YouTube link. Yeah, all of you. It's just the starting. It's the beginning of an exciting evening. So we want to warm up all of you to take the maximum advantage of these sessions and the forthcoming sessions coming in. Right. So does it rings an alarm? Does it rings? Okay, let's get into some hint. Yeah, there's a hint which is coming on the screen. Oh, it becomes so easy. Yes, of course. It's an echo. So what did we do? What we wanted to connect with this question that has come up? We immediately gone through the lines, started to trick our brains, and applied something which call as common sense. And one of the important element of that is the reasoning. put certain logic into it and get the answer, right? So that's what is initial curtain raiser for the logical reasoning, right? So what we used logic. Did everybody use? Probably yes. So logic is a way of thinking that uses reason and structure to figure out the truth or make definite decisions. So that's basically the definition, right? I hope by this time everybody is warmed up. So let's move on. Let's move on. Why logical reasoning? We found logical reasoning to be important, uh, important content to be made a part of this campus recruitment training program. Why logical reasoning tests are given such an importance in the interviews and in the recruitment process, right? So why is a big question. Do we have answer to it? Yeah, of course. Snitya, can we move on? Yeah. So as you see on the screen, the reasons come up one by one. Logic and reasoning are indicators of competence. They are the best way to get the picture of how a candidate thinks. They speed up the screening process, right? So these are the primary reasons because of which, and these are primary reasons which are required on our everyday corporate life. We have to think logically, we have to think rationally, we have to understand what are our problem solving concepts. When we start into a problem with a problem solving approach, we start getting into the phase of reasoning things logically. And that improves over a period of time if we get into a practice of it. It's not only about the concept, we have to go into a regularity of practicing the same, right? So on that note, we will move on to introducing our first guest today, coming in from the prestigious Institute of D.Y. Patil, deemed to be university, which is having a strong 40 years of strong legacy, having 55,000 plus alumni spread across the globe, ranked in the NIRF ranking amongst the band of 150 AIR All India ranking of 151 to 200, accredited with NAC and NBA. And we have Ramrao Adik Institute of Technology, which is ranked 11th in Times Engineering ranking. From there, we have one of the distinguished speakers today who has joined in with us. Thank you so much, Dr. Vidate Amar Singh, one of our long-time well-wishers. Dr. Vidate, a PhD in computer engineering with 27 years of rich academic experience, professor and head of computer engineering and chairman of training and placement cell at RAIT. He authored 60 plus national and international research papers in domains like pervasive computing, digital healthcare, security, and 5G applications, particularly in healthcare using AI and ML. He has mentored more than 35 plus postgraduate students, completed 2 PhD scholars, and currently 8 PhD scholars are pursuing their research work under his guidance. He has got over the last 16 years playing pivotal role in planning campus recruitment training and placement operations, resulting in successful placements of more than 9,000 plus students who can be a better person to share his thoughts, share his experiences today on this particular platform. He is also an active member of professional bodies such as IEEE, CSI, Computer Society of India, and ISTE. Welcome on board, Professor Vidate. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with us. Please take over the stage and share your thoughts, motivate the students who are joining in, the learners who have joined in hundreds in today's event. Professor Vidate, the stage is all yours.
Mr. Amit, thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculties, and the bright minds of graduating class, I am truly honored to stand before you today as a guest speaker at the very important occasion. You know, XLR as an institute that holds a special place in the realm of education and career growth. You know, my purpose here is to providing insights, little insights, I would say, guidance, and that I hope you will resonate with each one of you as you embark on your journey beyond the academic area. XLR, which is very, very, close to our heart. I must say they have done so many remarkable sessions, workshops, courses, and especially into technology domain. And in non-tech domain like this, they are doing wonderful. I must congratulate the entire team, Mr. Amit Saha, Mr. Irfan, Mr. Amar, and the entire team who is, designing these contents, holistically executing it, and apart from that, the best of the best trainers which they have. XLR, this institute stand as a beacon of excellence, I would say, fostering an environment that nurtures knowledge, creativity, and innovation. With a commitment to quality education, XLR has been instrumental in shaping the careers of countless individuals, equipping them with the skills and expertise needed to thrive in today's dynamic professional landscape. I can attest to the institution's unwavering commitment to the success. This association goes beyond the classroom, aiming to provide not just an education, but a holistic experience that prepares you for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Now, as a final year graduating students, guys, you find yourself at the point of transition to a new chapter. This transition is not just about obtaining a degree, it's about navigating the intricacies of academic and career growth. The world is evolving rapidly, and it demands individuals who can adapt, innovate, and lead. Embrace this period of growth and change, for it is the crucial in which your true potential will be forged. In a landscape with the information, the ability to think critically stands as a beacon of intellectual prowess. Logical reasoning, the cornerstone of critical thinking, empowers individual to analyze situations, identify patterns, and make informed decisions. It is not merely about following a set of prescribed steps, but rather about cultivating a mindset that questions assumptions, seek evidences, and approach problems systematically. Considering the complexities of a professional world you are about to enter, whether it be in the business, technology, healthcare, or any other field, employers are increasingly valuing individuals who can navigate uncertainty and solve intricate problems. Logical reasoning, with its emphasis on sound judgment and deductive thinking, positions you to be a problem solver and a strategic thinker, qualities highly sought after today's competitive job market. Guys, beyond logical reasoning, the development of cognitive skill is a fundamental of success. Please remember all these words. These all words, this you will find when you go for the journey of campus recruitment process. And I must congratulate XLR for pitching up the right words, right ideas. Cognitive skills encompass a broad range of mental processes, including attention, memory, language proficiency, and problem solving. These skills are the engines that drive effective learning and adaptation. In a world where the pace of change is relentless, the ability to quickly grasp new concepts, synthesize information, and apply knowledge creatively becomes a key differentiator. Moreover, the significance of non-cognitive skills should not be underestimated. Emotional intelligence, resilience, adaptability, and effective communication fall under this category. Guys, in a collaborative and diverse workplace, the ability to understand and manage emotions, work effectively in teams, and communicate convincing and likely to influence others becomes paramount. Your journey is not just about accumulating knowledge in isolation, but also about developing the interpersonal skills that foster collaboration as well as innovation. Guys, XLR doesn't just impart education. This is my personal experience, my students' experience, and what we have been, going through last couple of years and months, I would say. It adds value to the participants by instilling a mindset of continuous learning. The skills and knowledge you gain here are not just for today, but are tools that will empower you to navigate the evolving educational landscape of tomorrow. Speaking of which, the educational landscape is undergoing significant changes. The traditional models are making way for more dynamic and personalized approaches. XLR as an institution recognizes this evaluation and committed to staying at the forefront of innovative educational practices. Guys, to all the participants here, I encourage you to be active agents in your own learning journey. Engage with the material, challenge yourself, and seek out opportunities beyond the curriculum. Your time at XLR is not just about acquiring a degree, it's about discovering your passions, honing your skills, and building the foundation of successful future. Guys, without taking much of your time, in conclusion, I want to leave with you a simple yet profound message. Embrace change, cultivate curiosity, and never stop learning. Your journey may have started within the walls of XLR, but the world beyond is vast and filled with possibilities. I wish excellent career ahead, excellent employment journey, guys, and thanks to the entire team of XLR for giving this opportunity to connect all my budding engineers. Thank you so much. Over to Amit sir.
Thank you so much, Professor Vidhate. Sir, I think I would start off rounding off or rather summarizing the excellent words that you had just now iterated out here. I think the key of it, the entire communication can be summarized in one line, which you mentioned at the almost at the end. That is, embrace change and cultivate curiosity. Sir, I hope each and every learners resonate to your thoughts and guidance. As you rightly mentioned, that the importance of cognitive and non-cognitive skills in this diversified workplace in which the youngsters are going to enter into, and they need to be equipped so that they can successfully maneuver in the dynamic educational and corporate landscape, which is ever evolving and consistently changing with time. So it is very important for the youth to be very optimistic about challenging themselves and seek opportunity beyond their comfort zone. Thank you so much for your kind words about XLR. And I am pretty sure the words of guidance, words of wisdom that you have shared in this short time, at least if some of these guiding factors the youth can carry along with them, for the coming years that would definitely come out as highly beneficial for them. So moving over from one of the eminent universities of West, that is in Mumbai, from D.Y. Patil Deemed University, RAIT, we move over to one of the prominent institutions of higher education of the state of Telangana, and not only that, which being uh, which has actually uh, impressed upon the entire academic fraternity. That is Chaitanya Bharati Institute of Technology, based at Hyderabad, in short known as CBIT, which is a NAC A++ graded institution accredited with NBA and AICTE approvals, recognized as the research center of Osmania University and an autonomous institution affiliated to Osmania University. Again, an institution in the higher education space with an NIRF ranking in the bracket of AIR 150 to 200 with a 44 plus years of academic legacy. CBIT is ranked amongst 23rd out of the top 100 engineering colleges in the country and first in Telangana state. Source is DataQuest magazine, September 2020 edition. So from this eminent university, I have another eminent speaker today, a very close guide to XLR, who has been there with us in our journey all through, every day, every step. That is Dr. Ramakrishna, K. Ramakrishna. Dr. K. Ramakrishna, a BTech in CS, Computer Science and Information Technology, MTech in Software Engineering, and PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from JNTU University, with 18 rich years of teaching experience across various prestigious HEIs, the higher education institutions, who has published more than 60 research papers and filed 5 IPRs, having expertise in NLP, machine learning, and data science. His work, Coding Without Computers, aims to make coding the fourth language for students at early stage, equipping and adapting them with disruptive technology changes in the current generation. His vision is very clear: learn today to lead tomorrow through teamwork and collaborations. Dr. Ramakrishna is a professor of IT and NLP and data science researcher, and also an eminent design thinking trainer. Currently, Dr. Ramakrishna is engaged as a professor of information technology and head of computers, hardware networking management systems, HNMS, at CBIT Hyderabad, which is a leading higher education institution nationally. So without wasting time, I would request Dr. Ramakrishna to take on the podium and share his thoughts. He is always a great motivator for the student fraternity. So please shower some more motivation to our learners on today's evening, sir. Dr. Ramakrishna, the stage is all yours. Please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Amit Shah. It's an honor for me to be on this board for a noble cause. Good evening, all the participants and ladies and gentlemen. Particularly the team initiated this skill up program. So first, let me congratulate all the participants for showing interest in the skill up program, which is initiated by the XLR. So we all know it's a global knowledge hub. I proudly say the XLR is now a global knowledge hub, which is showering the knowledge. It is the time for the students to capture. So as you all know, academic credentials are just an entry ticket, allowing you to showcase skills during placements and secure job opportunities. And in the 21st century, particularly the MNC seeks the engineering graduates with up-to-date skills. Upskilling is crucial for staying aligned with the industry demands, contributing to innovate projects, and navigating complex technologies in recruitment. Critical thinking and problem solving are the key in campus recruitment, we all know. Showcase your ability to analyze the problems, think strategically, and provide innovative solutions, making you a valuable asset to the employer. So that's the why even they filter the students who are having highest academic credentials. That is only the reason why the employer is always conduct different levels of assessment to select the candidates. Embarking on an MNC career, you all know it requires a recognition, and it's recognizing the pivotal role of the continuous learning. So the day you feel that it's enough, I think you can just imagine it's the last day in growing your career. Ability and acquiring new skills are paramount for success in the fast-paced corporate culture and landscape. And the mastering CRT employability skills is very much crucial in today's job market because of the competition. MNCs prioritize strong communication, reasoning, and technical skills. Invest in these kind of standard skills, and to stand out in the competitive recruitment landscape, you need to test your fitness. The XLR Skiller program is a valuable resource for essential employable skills for this generation. I congratulate the team who designed this Skiller program, and especially it's very much important for the two-tier colleges. So because the competition is very high. Unless you are unique, unless you are having something different than the other candidates, you'll not be chosen. So in campus, so always on campus, opportunities are very much important for this generation. You don't realize till you face a first interview what kind of competition is actually there in the market. And as we already experienced it and we are seeing the competition, I suggest and also guide the students to pay the attention to acquire the 21st century skills, that those skills definitely make you different among the crowd. So you have to realize the importance of these skills, because why I am saying always these skills, everybody is having good academic, nowadays everybody is having good academic credentials, but that is only a token to enter into a competition, but it is not a guarantee token for you to get a job. So, and I am sure I've gone through the program which is designed by the XLR, and I am sure, and I give you an assurance, if you take up this program seriously and complete course which is offered at free of cost by the XLR for a noble cause, and then definitely you will get into a company with a good package. And see, is only one thing I wanted to say at the end. Now, learning is a key, but simple learning is not just enough. You also need to have a skills to portray your learning in a right time and a right context. You take this campus recruitment is a context and a time you to showcase your talent. So you acquire these additional skills and then talent from XLR Skiller program. And beyond this, I really thank and then appreciate the XLR for taking an initiative to strengthen the faculty fraternity. So they are not only working for the students because they are like a bridge, but now they also realize that they also need to strengthen the faculty fraternity so that the faculty will be always available with the students and will continuously empower the students community. So I thank Amit Shah and then the team, XLR team, who are really putting a great effort by conducting the different latest emerging faculty development programs, workshops, and at free of cost. And then if somebody wanted it an intensive training, they are coming up with a very affordable prices. So I'm really admired the number when I see for every program, I conducted a few programs. I saw more than 5,000 faculty members from different parts of the globe have participated in a faculty development program. On average, every day it is more than 3,000 participants for continuously for 30 hours program for 15 days. So this shows the strength and then commitment of the XLR. So we are very happy to associate with the XLR, and those who are really showing interest to join this program, you're all blessed. Okay. So thank you very much for giving this great opportunity. I also thank our management, our principal, and our team at CBIT Hyderabad for supporting me continuously to conduct various programs from XLR. I also thank the entire XLR team for continuously supporting us to empower the teaching fraternity and then academia. So thank you very much, sir, for giving this great opportunity.
In fact, it's an honor, Ramakrishna sir, to have you with us in this journey of excellence. As you have rightly said, along with our education business, this is an initiative which we carry on as our CSR activity as a noble cause to give back to the society, primarily for those who are not having the privilege of availing these kind of resources being spread across the width and length of the country. So thanks again for relating our effort and relating XLR to be relating with being a global knowledge hub. I think that's a huge acknowledgement for us, and definitely that brings in additional responsibility. One very important factor which you highlighted out here, that is, one has to accept the fact that learning has to be a continuous process. The way one thinks that the learning has ended, probably that's where the debacle starts in. And the ability to understand and embrace new skills is definitely going to be a game changer and probably the new normal for any fresher entering into this corporate world. In fact, it has become probably a new normal for already the experienced folks which are in the industry. So that is the reason why probably every other person in today's date is running for upskilling and getting themselves aligned to the current challenges and as well as the forthcoming challenges. Thank you so much once more for being a part of this great initiative, and we look forward for such enthusiasm and support from you and the other eminent members of the academic fraternity on a continuous basis. So moving over from the stalwarts from the academic front, would like to take a shift to the end result. That is, everybody wants to get recruited, everybody wants to get into a job, most of, or at least a career. So, where comes the most crucial factor, that is the prospective recruiters? So, we would also now like to move into and try to understand a little bit, whatever possible, and try to unveil the recruiter's mindset with reference to the program that we are conducting, and whereby logical reasoning or thinking ability logically becomes a very essential component. So let's do a very quick cross checks of the recruiters lookout for the abilities they look for in a prospective candidate when they look forward for recruiting, or rather I would say before rejecting or selecting a candidate, and which are in sequence. Some of the very essential components are handling unforeseen circumstances. Now that is, I think, uh, post over the last 3 4 years especially, we have seen we cannot take things for granted. We cannot take our lives for granted. We cannot take the situations for granted. It is a very fast evolving scenario. Learning and retaining work related knowledge. People are today encouraged to do mistakes, but at the same time, people need to learn from those mistakes, quickly grasp and come back with new vigor. Judgment and reasoning capabilities, which are required as an everyday part and parcel of a professional. A rapid issue recognition, because they have to respond faster. immediate response to unexpected challenges, as those both the things are so very much related. I have already spoken about the problem solving approach. People who doesn't approach with a problem with a problem solving attitude probably doesn't do any mistakes in life, but then they go nowhere in their career. So that is where, again, problem solving approach and utilizing practical wisdom for solving the same is something which a recruiter looks for. Of course, we will be understanding more elaborately with the next set of eminent speakers, eminent guests from the industry who have made out from their precious time and be available with us today. The rapid acquisition of new skills, alertness, and being comprehensive. Time is the essence. We have to be spot on with whatever we are doing. Comparative analysis, competitive analysis, etc., for being conclusive in the approach are certain important factors which we realized are very essentially looked up for any prospective recruiter. Now, moving on to introducing our special guests today, I move over to a company which has been in the thick of the things over the last uh, few years, and that is Virtuosa. Virtuosa, having its global headquarters at Southborough, Massachusetts, in the United States, engaging more than 35,000 employees and present in 25 countries, having active locations in more than 50 and serving more than 220 clients. They are having strategic partnerships with some of the IT giants like Adobe, AWS, etc. So from this prestigious organization, I am elated to have today the first guest speaker from the HR and recruitment community, that is Madam Geeta Samson Vijay Kumar. She is having more than 2 decades of experience as skilling consultant specialized in areas of mainframe testing, web API testing, agile projects, and wide experience of dealing with BFSI clients like Discover, JPMC, UK, etc. All these are very eminent international organizations. She has spent more than 60 years with Cognizant, moving up from being a test engineer to a project manager in QA testing and in BFSI domain. Currently, she is engaged as the QA lead consultant at Virtuosa, a leading technology services company and a very prominent member of their recruitment team. So over to you, Madam Geeta, to throw some light on the young learners who have joined in today, who are most of them are almost on the verge of completing their engineering graduation, and probably in next few months they will be in a state of readiness to embark into their journey of corporate life. Madam Geeta, stage is all yours. Please share some thoughts on the same. Geeta ma'am, are you there with us?
He had joined.
Okay, so we will probably move over. Maybe she might be coming back. So let's not make people wait out here. So probably we will move on, Nitya, to our next eminent guest speaker today. Yeah, so can you move on to the next slide? And meanwhile, I would request Ashok to please, if you can kindly check out whether Geeta ma'am is there available so that we can call her in the next in queue. So moving over to, again, one of the very prominent brands, very prominent in large scale recruitment, large scale stuffing in India, uh, initiated from our country, the leading business service provider, Quest Corp, the company who is a leading business services provider with host of technology enabled staffing and managed outsourcing services across the globe. incorporated in 2007 and enlisted in NSE and BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, only in 2016, which is just about 7 years back. The company has moved into a fast track mode. Why I say so? Because on today's date, the company engages 5 lakh plus employees, making it India's largest staffing company among the top 50 largest global staffing firms. 74,000 associates added in financial year 2023 and going strong. Quest Corp is ranked amongst the top 100 best companies to work for in India in 2022. Quest Corp is present in 9 countries operationally and cater to more than 3,000 plus clients. Quest Corp, we are really elated to have you as a strategic partner from the XLR team. We are extremely delighted to have you helping our students achieving the success they deserve by providing value in curriculum improvement and placement support for our students pursuing programs in AWS, DevOps, digital marketing, data science, data analytics, manual testing, and automation testing areas. So, from Quest Corp today, I have one of the eminent persons involved in the hardcore recruitment on a day-to-day basis. So, I have with us Mr. Ahmed Hussain, Assistant Manager Quest Corp, who is primarily specialized in recruitment from the IT, telecom, and the non-IT sectors. So without wasting much time, I would request Mr. Ahmed Hussain to share his experiences and also the areas which are the focus of Quest Corp in the coming days, and as well as the focus that we have in your recruitment drives with reference to selecting or rejecting candidates with your experience. If you can shower some thoughts so that our learners become more equipped in their preparation in the coming few months. Mr. Ahmed Hussain, the stage is all yours. If you can share your thoughts, please.
Thank you, Amit. Thanks for introducing. Hello, everyone. Hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are absolutely audible, Mr. Hussain.
Sorry, kindly excuse for my video. I'm actually on a client place, so I didn't inform the
Not an
same.
issue, Mr. Hussain. You can kindly continue, please.
Sure. See, for the freshers, right, like who are like about to complete your graduation and you're looking your career further, like starting your professional journeys. Okay, so logical thinking is one of the important aspect. Okay, what every company looks into. Okay, so as we are a staffing company, see, Quest in today's date, we have around 6 lakhs plus associates working with different organizations, and we have a special category for IT where we support almost all the major IT companies. Okay, for the recruitment. Okay, so when we have come across with the scenarios of when companies want to take a candidate, especially the freshers who have recently completed their graduations. Okay, majorly two things what company looks into. So one is like definitely logical reasoning. Okay, a person should be like smart enough and have all the basics of whatever like job you're looking out for. Maybe you're from a different background and specialization from the industry. Okay, so definitely you should be expert in that. And the skill is one of been very important like point what companies are looking into. Okay, so you have to choose a skill. Okay, so when you choose a skill, see, when you come as a graduate, you will have a lot of think what you have learned in your college. Okay, you might have a basic of the programmings. Okay, if you're from the CS background or if any other specialization as well. Okay, you'll just have the basic. So you need to select a key area. Okay, what you feel like. Okay, you will do best and better. Okay, choosing that as a professional career for you. Okay, so in that aspect, right, you have to skill up choosing up the niche. Okay, it could be like from the current trend we have a recent trend from a data side. Okay, there are several roles which are opening up in companies for data. It could be starting from a data specialist to analyst or to a senior role as well. Okay, which goes as like data scientist to the max. Okay, and it could be a cloud area. So we're like you have a skills of AWS, you have a skills of Google Cloud Platform or Azure. Okay, and there could be like Azure in the cloud platform. Along with it, like there are demand in the industry which are for like DevOps engineers who understand the concept. And as usual, like there is a decent openings for the developer role. Okay, so where you work as a front end or a back end developer from an IT point of view. So you have to choose, okay, what you to determine best your role as, and you need to spend a lot of time. You need to craft yourself in such a way. You have to go do a practice, okay, and ensure like you have a deeper knowledge in the same. Okay, when you sit out for the interview there, okay, definitely there will be questions which should be asked to you, which are relevant to the skills what you get skill for. Okay, and you should have that. Opportunity where you'll take a mentorship, okay, with the institutes, or maybe like with the uh, like XLR, okay, even they're good with training you for the several skills, especially related to the data. Okay, you should have the mentorship and ensure that mentorship, okay, you learn your whatever skill you're choosing up, okay, whatever profile you want to look into, okay, have more and more depth knowledge, okay, sharpen your skills, and that will help you to secure a job in the market as per the recent competition what we have. So choose a niche skill, and you have to get into the depth and ensure you choose that as your professional career. As a recruiter, right, like we work with several companies, and most of the companies are having a same kind of requirement. Okay, we are looking out for candidate from a data point of view. So they want a person to have the overall data knowledge, at least the basic of data. You should understand all the data structures, data algorithms, or which is for the development point of view. Otherwise, like you should also be having like data related skill. When I say maybe Excel would do, or advanced Excel, or maybe like SQL along with it, advanced formulas. Okay, those are like skills you need to decide, and then you have to choose your career. That's it from my end. I think someone has a question. Sai. Yes, Sai.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Hussein. I think you have already brought in, in a significant emphasis on some of the very key factors. Just to, if I can sum up few of them, which you
Mhm.
ended up with speaking about importance of data in anybody's life, with reference to, yeah, Mr. Sai, you would like to have are you having a question? Can you want to have a question? You have raised your hand. You can unmute yourself if you want to. Okay, fair enough. So I will go ahead. So one thing which I have highlighted, very very important factor today, that is about the overall data knowledge. I was just attending one of our training assignments in IIT Roorkee. During the eve of the new year, 29th and 30th, we had conducted a fantastic program on a on a data analytics tool. And I recall the trainer out there, Mr. Akash, starting of the session saying that probably we would be entering into a phase where data would become the new currency. Probably on a lighter note, but to be very honest, I think that significance of the importance of data, understanding of data, irrespective of whatever domain one moves into, whether it is a front-end developer or a back-end developer, or one moving into data science or analytics area. Probably this is a very very significant statement which you also highlighted, Mr. Hussein, for any organization, because data is today is a very very key or crucial factor for any of the organization who want to strive towards meeting their goals, their deadlines. And uh, you have already highlighted about the kind of significant areas in which Quest Corp is looking into in the hiring space. So probably that is a significant input for the learners who have joined in today. And another very crucial factor which you also mentioned, that it is at the right stage where probably the people should also have very clear thought process in their mind, that what is the career that one would like to pursue. If they are having a significant understanding about it, then work out this, do the SWOT, understand the gaps, and based on that they have to really put hard work on those areas which are very crucial for the career they want to pursue, and understanding that they have to put in their efforts at we say they're putting the efforts in the right place. So that is one, again, a very important factor which you highlighted, and thank you so much for sharing your experiences during the recruitment phase. And I hope our learners would be able to significantly gain based on this information, and can plan their roadmap in the coming few months, so that they can come out successful over the coming days. So from here, I move over. I hope the error had been corrected. So I would move back to our eminent guest, Madam Geeta from Virtusa, who has joined in. So probably you are being able to unmute yourself. So, ma'am, welcome on board. And if you are fine, if you can share your thoughts, your experience over more than 2 decades as a test engineer, as a quality analyst, and being ahead leading the projects with your experience in Cognizant, or in organizations like Cognizant, and now heading an important, crucial vertical of Virtusa. Madam Geeta, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Amit. Hope you're able to hear me now.
Can you
So,
be a little, ma'am, the sound is coming a little low.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
please
Hope you're able to
go
hear me
ahead.
now. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Very good evening to all of you. Okay. I'm Geeta. I'm from the IT background. I have an overall experience of about 18 years, predominantly in the QA, like what Amit mentioned. So I'm currently working as a lead consultant at Virtusa Consulting. Talking about the IT industry, I think this is a golden era for the IT industry. There are so many opportunities coming up, especially in the latest technologies in cloud, AI, data science, digital assurance, to name a few. So Virtusa is a global leader in digital business strategy, as well as IT services and solution. So we have been a forefront in the AI revolution, especially be it classical AI or generative AI, okay, which is the latest trend now. So from a QA perspective, so we have seen enormous growth in terms of automation, robo framework using Selenium, Python, etc. So automation is the key. Okay, and what makes us unique is, not only learning these new technologies, okay, but coming up with new innovations and ideas, and also apply them as engineering practices. So that I think is the key. Okay, so overall, this is a very great place to start your career, to work, to learn, and to grow. Okay, so I'm sure as accelerants, you people are already equipped with all the required skills and mindset, and you're on the right track to start your professional career. So hope you all embark on a successful professional journey. All the best to all the final year students. Okay.
Thank you so much, Geeta ma'am, for sharing
Program and
your
arranging the session.
experience.
So wishing you all success in all walks of your professional career and life. Thank you.
Absolutely, I can reassure you that all the candidates who are listening to you and who are part of today's evening session, I think they take back home a very key line, that when you join Virtuosa, you enter into a world where you work, learn, and grow. I think that sums up the kind of work ecosystem most of the most of the growing and prominent organizations on today. You also mentioned about that probably people who are looking forward to make a career in the IT space, whether it is related to cloud, data security, or data science, analytics, and so on and so forth. This is a golden area to get into, but at the same time, they have to be innovative and not only ideate but need to be experimental, because that's where they will get the experiential learning. They will be able to correct themselves and can can move ahead with a much more higher element of assurance. So that is essentially required. I hope some of them who can dream of getting into this, an eminent brand like Virtusa, and earlier we had Mr. Hussein sharing the kind of plans and experience that they can look for in Questcorp. I'm really excited, and I'm sure many of our listeners also are equally excited that getting the glimpse of what kind of opportunities they can see in the horizon, and this will definitely put forth an additional level of oxygen for them to stay connected, stay tuned, strive for the betterment, and get themselves better prepared. Right. So, on that note, I would like to move on to again one of the very prominent organizations on today's date in the global space, and as well as specifically for India. And I'm speaking about none else than the company which is, hallmark in the space of technology, or whether it is related to IT or services, any others, and that is Bosch. Bosch, a global provider of mobility solutions, industrial technology, consumer goods, and energy building technology services. Specifically, Bosch is very highly focused in their engineering organization, not on today's date, but right from the era of 1951, which you can jolly well understand that almost close to around more than 70 years back, the Bosch initiative has made its roots in India. So Bosch has got the largest development center outside Germany in India, focusing on end-to-end engineering and technology solutions. Bosch operates in India through 12 companies, including Bosch Limited, the flagship company. Manufacturing, which started off in 1951, expanded to 17 manufacturing sites and 7 development or application centers in India. Bosch today employs most close to around 39,000 employees across different locations. And Indian operations of Bosch had made a mark of 30,000 crore INR consolidated sales in the financial year of 22-23. And approximately 50% of that came from the flagship entity, that is Bosch Limited. From this eminent organization, I have our guest speaker out here, Mr. Seju Sebastian, who is a project manager with Bosch, again, a leading end person over having close to around 2 decades of experience, and a very prominent person who is involved in the day-to-day project delivery as well as in the recruitments, having more than 18 years of experience with BPO and quality management, who has ventured into data visualization domain over the past 1 year, and that exactly claims that learning never stops. And if you have the enthusiasm, if you have the vision, if you have the energy, nothing can stop you. He's a certified in ITIL V3 Foundation. So the podium is all yours, Mr. Sebastian. Thank you so much for joining us today in this great evening. And if you can please share your experiences with the learners who has joined in today. Mr. Seju Sebastian, please.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you for this introduction. It was very brief, especially the way you spoke about Bosch, and I'm very proud to be associated with Bosch. On the second slide, you nailed it. This was something that I wanted to put it purposefully, venturing into data visualization for past 1 year. 1 year is a long time, but still, when I say venturing, a lot of people ask, are you still venturing for 1 year? Because that was something new, and it's still in the process of learning. And by the time I learn about one tool in data visualization, there's a new tool that comes into picture. And if I don't upskill myself, I'm going to be forgotten. I'm going to be lost. So I'm here to talk about some ground realities that a candidate who's an aspiring candidate who's looking for a job opportunity would like to know. When I talk about a job, I look at it as two sides of a coin. On one side is an aspiring candidate who wants to fit in to his dream role. On the other side, we have this recruitment team, the company, who wants to get the right profile. So two sides of a coin joining together, and then if the journey continues, it ends up with 10, 20, even 30 years.
Sorry, Mr. Seju, if you can kindly continue. Sorry for the disturbance in between. Yeah.
No problem. So, for aspiring candidates, now you would be technically well qualified. You would have gone through your books. You would have been practically well versed. But then the question you need to ask yourself is: are you prepared to sell yourself to that particular role? If yes, great. If no, then there are a couple of topics that you need to be very well aware of. You need to be very strong on your soft skills, because the interviewer, the interviewing panel will definitely look at your soft skills, how effectively you collaborate with people, which leads to you being a good team player, or how you adapt, or it might be even into problem solving topics. Most of the cases that I've seen, people miss out on this soft skills, even though they are the right fit for that profile. Just because they're not able to sell themselves, they lose that particular job and they have to move on. So this is something that I've always seen when I've been in a part of a panel. Another topic is you need to be open to learning not just new technical skills, but new languages. Because earlier, when I started my career, I was fixed to talking or interacting with Indian customers. But today we started working with global customers. So if you don't understand the cultural relationship, then you're going to lose a lot. So cultural competence, according to me, is something very important. And when you talk about cultural competence, it follows with adaptability, how adaptable you are, or you get in that role. So these are some very priority critical topics that you need to keep in mind when you are looking out for a job. Now, XLR has given me this opportunity to let people know, let the aspiring candidates know what a recruiter would be looking for. I never had this chance 18 years back when I started. So today I'm very happy because there are some points that candidates are not really sure of. For example, when they start off with their resume, they put in a lot of stuff, a lot of technical stuff they've learned across years. But then, if practically, if you look at HR who's going to screen the application, the resumes, uh, there are cases where he has to go through thousands of resumes, and practically it is not possible. So what he does is he's going to engage a bot in it. The bot is going to only look at the keywords, and if the keyword is not there in your resume, then that's going to be rejected. For no reason, your resume was rejected. So something important. Point number one on your resume is your keywords should be according to the requirement. And now, to get the keywords in, the question you need to ask yourself is: have you learned or have you studied the job requirement? Only if you studied the job requirement will you be able to put in your keywords. So these are two things when you start on your resume topic, and then you got to sell yourself on the interview call. Now you would have prepared hundreds and hundreds of hours on your technical skill, but then you're going to be given only an hour or 2 hours for you to sell yourself. So you need to be crisp. You need to make sure that you use the right words, use the right approach, and talk only to the point in this 1 or 2 hours that has been given to you. And once the interview is over, you always have you have the right to actually call back and ask for a feedback. Now, if you're going to ask for a feedback on that call, I've seen a lot of candidates asking, sir, how did I perform on the call? And it's too early for them to judge. But then a small feedback always helps. They understand, okay, where did I go wrong? Uh, and a follow-up call post the interview session might be after a week. If you don't hear from them, it is always advised that you call back to get a detailed feedback. There's a lot of people who feel shy, who think that, okay, did I not perform well? Okay, let me carry on. Let me go to my next interview and things like that. So these are some critical topics. So in a gist, I would say technical skills is important, followed by personality skills. And there was one expert who was talking about cognitive ability skills. So that's also something that I always keep in mind. And I personally, when I talk to people, I bring this up. Then the interviewer, or at least I look at behavioral skills, because for me, one question is, will this person culturally fit in the organization? So these are some of the topics that you need to ask yourself before attending an interview. Are you prepared? And then go ahead. And on the upscaling, now if I talk about Bosch itself, engineering company today, they are evolving. They are known as a software company. If this evolvement does not happen, then there are going to be other market leaders, and the existing firm would be forgotten. So this is why I keep upskilling myself, even though I am into quality management. I have to upskill, and so that I don't get lost. When I started last year in data visualization, there's this tool Power BI, which everybody or most of them uses. But a couple of months back, there's something called Microsoft Fabric that is coming, and I've just started looking into it. If I don't start now, I'll be outdated. So, guys, again, to end this, upskilling is something that you need to be taking it into account very seriously, and also sell yourself the right way. That's a second thing I would like to highlight. Thank you so much, and I would wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. And thank you, Amit, for providing this opportunity.
In fact, it's a pleasure for us to have you today in this evening session, Mr. Seju, and definitely we would look forward for probably preferred more timing from you to have many more such engagements as per your convenience. And really, I mean, before we wrap up this curtain raiser session and get into the actual actual learning session for the students, you have actually nailed it. In fact, many of the pointers that you had raised out here, we are really related to. I mean, I'm really excited to say that probably we have done that. Spent a lot of time in doing that particular homework, and probably that probably will reap the benefits to a large extent. When you mentioned about the post-interview feedback, in fact, we don't only did not we restrain ourselves only doing having a feedback. We also get into the doing an RCA for every interviews that the candidates appear for, so that we can go into the root cause analysis, understand, modify, and get back to the students with the corrective measures that need to be worked upon. You mentioned about the science behind understanding the job and to prepare accordingly. You mentioned about that in this race of getting into the job where thousands of resumes comes in for a selection of a handful of the candidates. The resume itself need to stand out, and what are the importance? So we have a full session on resume writing, resume builder activity that we do, and we are actually imparting that as a part and parcel of our the CRT program that we are we have already introduced. In fact, you also mentioned about the cognitive skills. I have already during the first session we have already spoken about the importance of cognitive and non-cognitive skills. very important and crucial. You spoke about the candidate should be prepared to sell oneself. I think that is a cliche word to a certain extent, but we can't help it. I mean, that's the call of the hour. And to really make that activity of trying to be the right fitment for the role, that is very very essential. And keeping all this in view, I mean, I think we have been bombarded, we are having that pleasure to have so much of inputs from the people from the academic fraternity, people from the industry, the stalwarts from this both this domain coming and being participating in this knowledge sharing session. I am not sure how much the learners today would take back with them, but even if some of the pointers you can take back home and really utilize those to harness your skills, your half of the war is won. Rest, probably you have to exercise those over the coming days. And that's the reason why I would like to highlight that how we have designed our logical reasoning section, apart from upcoming programs of on verbal abilities and soft skills that we would be coming, imparting soon as a part and parcel of this particular program. We would be highlighting on reasoning analogies. I would not go into the depth of it because in another 5 minutes probably the host of this training session, Mr. Sai, would take over and would take you through that particular journey. So I would limit myself to give you an insight about the topics that we would be focusing upon, and this will be an engaging experience of close to around 60 to 65 hours for each of these 5 sections that we have spoken about. That's the reason why we say there is a kind of an end-to-end 200 plus hours of engaging session. We'll touch base upon reasoning analogies, blood relations, calendars, clocks, coding, decoding, not necessarily the topics, but essentially to ignite that logical thinking in all of you. Why? To get yourself prepared and equipped to face the world for tomorrow, where, as Mr. Seju has spoken, and many of the others have spoken, that you are actually going to enter into a world of uncertainty every day, and you have to prepare to take up those challenges in your footsteps. So, Nikhil, if you can move over to the next slide. So you can embark on the journey of the logical reasoning and how. So you can embark everything through the learning management system. Those of you who have already joined our program, excellent. You definitely would have an advantage for registering for the programs that are coming up as free through the LMS, including the study materials, subject-wide modules, quizzes, which are being conducted regularly. I am pretty sure who have already been a part of this journey over the last couple of weeks have already started experiencing the same. But for those who are embarking today and yet not registered, why you are waiting for? It's not only the knowledge, which is not only about the learning, it's not only about the practices, but also there are certain other elements that we have added just to motivate. It's not necessarily that, but sometimes even if you get a slight level of recognition also, that motivates each and everybody who doesn't like to get recognized on today's date of whatever efforts you are putting in. So we have participation completion certificate for those essentially who are completing the program successfully. And we would be having cash rewards. There will be more than 125 candidates who would be selected to get the prizes. And of course, after completion of the entire program, we have the final full length tests, which will be also considered as a screening test. And the top 3 would be getting the cash prizes, which are already declared, just to motivate the entire pool of students who are essentially spending their time on learning. And not only that, the primary element for which you should uh, actually focus upon completing this program, that is, we are also providing free placement assistance based on the final screening that would be done for the candidates who would be successfully completing these programs. We are working very closely with 5,000 plus hiring partners. Some of them we have already showcased with the persons from the industry joining in today to share their share their knowledge, share their experiences, and we would definitely have certain eligibility criteria. That is the reason why we say that screening test will be very, very important on this. So learn, enjoy, practice, get evaluated, and finally, you can definitely get that stage or platform to get selected for a coveted job. So no waiting further. Those of you who have already done it, excellent. Carry on, share this experiences with your buddies and make them also a part of this particular journey. Those who have not joined, stay connected and unlock the insights instantly. You can screen this, you can actually scan this QR code, join our WhatsApp channel. You will be continuously updated about the informations and updates on regular basis every day. We are conducting the non-technical programs, that is the logical reasoning, will be conducted every day, Monday to Friday, from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. And on weekends, you will be having the technical programs on coding and programming skills. It would be conducted from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 9 p.m. 2.5 hours of engagement every day for the coming 2 months. Essentially, will definitely help you in successfully launching into your corporate career. So it is a true sense, the campus to corporate program that we have brought forth, and we would also come across very often with such engaging programs from the persons, eminent speakers from the academic and as well as the corporate fraternity. All the best to all of you. Thank you so much for our eminent guests for being a part of this journey, spending your precious time with us and sharing your experiences and knowledge and the words of wisdom for the participants. And thanks all the participants for making your time, staying connected with us. Do stay connected. We are starting our today's session in another 5 minutes. Thanks a lot to everybody. On that note, I would like to sign off. I mean, Amit Saha signing off on behalf of XLR team and handing over the stage to Mr. Saikiran to take over and start the session. All the best, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was a great session. I hope many people, it will be very useful for all those who have been here. The things what the eminent speaker from the Bosch, he has told now, that is, those points were very valuable. Selecting the candidates based on the words using bot, and then asking the feedback. All these minor points will help them a lot. These points, people, they don't, even me, when I was trying to get into some companies or placements, I was not aware of these. So these people who are in the session, you take these words, note it down, and share these valuable words with your friends also, so that you will be helping them. Thank you, sir. It was a great session. Let's do our best for the students.
Absolutely, absolutely. Students, learners, please do stay connected. Our session is not over yet. We are just completed the launch of this logical reasoning session. Picture abhi baki hai. It's still to be continued through Saikiran sir. And thank you all the guests once more. Have a great evening, all of you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Sai Kiran. So am I audible to everyone? If you people confirm me, we'll get into our journey. I'm
Yes,
very
sir.
excited to start.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible, everyone? Please confirm me.
Yes, Sai Kiran, you're audible.
So,
Guys, how many of you are final years? How many of you are final years? How many of you are going to attend the placement this year? Confirm me. So let's, before we get into this discussion of reasoning, please confirm me. How many of you are final years? So you people are going to attend the placement sessions this now. And some of you might be attending even your gate examination coming week. Am I correct? So coming to the importance of this aptitude and reasoning in your examinations. See, in your placements, the first stepping stone, first hurdle will be this written test. In the written test, the first part what you get is aptitude and reasoning. Am I correct? The first hurdle what you get in the examination is aptitude and reasoning only. The questions, moreover, in placement examinations, it will be tricky in the sense when you see the question, we have, for the people who have already attended in the last aptitude session, they might be knowing. If they see the question, they'll be directly able to put the answer. They'll be tempted to put the option immediately. They'll think that this question is very easy. So I have attempted it. They'll think that paper is very easy, but the answer will not be same. For example, I'll show you, I'll ask you one question. See, 2:4. What is 9:? How much? Can you comment your answers? What would be the answer? 2:4, 9:? How much? What would be the answer? So people are saying it is 18, 18, 3, 18, 18, 25, 18, 18, 11, 18. Okay. Gandham Raviteja told 81 and then Vishnu 18, 18, 18. So 99% of the students are telling it is 18. Ravati told 81, Srihari told 81. So almost, so 2:4. The people who told it as 18 might have told it this way. So 2:4. So here relation is into 2. So 9 into 2. So it is 18. This might be the way you have calculated. For those people who have told it as 81, they might have told it as, so 2 square. This is 2 square. So this should be 9 square. Both answers are possible. Am I correct? But most of the students, what they do is, they'll be putting this only. They'll be putting this. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. You have done it correctly, but I am the paper setter. I am thinking in this way. Okay. I am thinking in this way. So, so when you are going in the way in a logical reasoning case, you should think in the view of paper setter, not the way in which you are thinking. You should think in the way of paper setter. That is one important point. And coming to the second point, in reasoning, in aptitude, accuracy, time management is important. In reasoning, you will get the answers easily, but time management plays a very crucial role. There are people who, when there is no sectional cutoff, sectional time period, what they do na, they'll sit and pass entire time period in reasoning only. That should not be the case. In reasoning, answers you will be getting, because when you practice more, you will get to the way thinking, your thinking capacity will differ. Or else you will think in the way how, when you solve more number of questions, you will think in the way how paper setters will think. What happens now? You will keep on solving, you will get the answers, but when you sit in a puzzle question, which should be solved in 3 minutes, you will be solving it in 15 minutes or 10 minutes. You'll get the question answer, but it will consume lot of time. In my view, in aptitude, you can solve easily and you can get the answer in a quick time period if you are having knowledge. In reasoning, you can get the answer only when you solve it faster, only it will be useful. If I give one paper of 100 questions and give entire day, all the people, even there are people who can solve 100 questions without time limit. There are people who can solve 100 questions correctly. But when I give them specific time period, then there comes the difficulty. Solving in the specific time period with accuracy is very important. See, here itself you are getting 2 answers, and I'll give you one more question. See, I'll show you one more question. You'll immediately tell the answer. I don't want you to use any pen or paper. Okay, just tell me what would be the answer. In a 500-meter race, A beats B by 100 meters, comma, B beats C by 100 meters. Then by what distance A beats C in a 500-meter race. In a 500-meter race. So options are 200 meters, B 190 meters, C 180 meters, D 160 meters. So don't use any pen and paper. Just read the question and comment me the answers. Just read the question and comment me the answers. What would be the answer? Everyone, I want everyone to comment. $200. Sitaram, your doubt will be taken up by Chandana or Nitya at the last, okay? $200. Everyone is commenting 200. Sai commented 160. Vaibhav commented 180. Question is not completely visible, huh? No? Or else I'll stop my camera. $200. Everyone is saying 200. Okay. So almost 200% of the people has put 200. So let us lock 200. Okay. I'll give you one more question. Similar kind of question. In a 500-meter race, A beats B by 100 meters, comma, C by 140 meters. Full stop. Then by how much distance? How much distance? Does B beat C? B beat C in a 500-meter race. 500-meter race. Options are 40 meters, 45 meters, 55 meters, 50 meters. What would be the answer? What would be the answer? Tell me. Don't write anything. Just see the question and try to comment the answers. Everyone. Rohit, Subhashini, Rajput, Gnaneshwara. Everyone is commenting 40 meters. Am I correct? Please tell me. Revati, what is your doubt? Please tell me, like previous question. That I'll tell. Previous question answer also I'll tell. Don't worry. Both questions I'll tell. So for this also, everyone should comment the answer. Everybody is commenting 40. Sarfraz Khan 55. 45. Jyoti Satyashriya. So here almost 99% of the students, not 99, 100% of the students, 99.99% of the students are 40 and few people have commented 45 and 55. Am I correct? Madhu Evergreen, he has commented 50. So, okay. So, apart from 1 or 2, everybody has commented it as 200 and here it is 40. Am I correct? Shall we log this for 40? I am locking this for 40. So, by seeing the question, we are tempted to put 40, which is not correct. This is wrong. By seeing the question itself, we are tempted to put 200, but 200 is not correct. You might find that this is very easy. Question is very easy, but answer for this is 180 and for this it is 50. See how easily we are trapped. How easily you people were trapped. Am I correct? Do you agree with me or not? You were easily trapped. Even in the examination, you might have put 180 and 200 and gone to next question. Even in the examination, you might have put 50 and gone for next question. Am I correct? $180 and 50 logic I'll tell. Okay, 50 logic I'll be telling you. Don't worry. 180 and 50 logic I'll tell you. So what happened here? It's under races and circular tracks topic. Okay. See what you people did. I'll explain you. See here. The mistake what we generally do and then how it has to be done. Once time and distance is over, you will be clear about this. See here. This is a 500-meter race. This is somewhere starting, you think. This is the starting point and this is the time and distance. 500-meter point. A beats B by 500 meters, he told. So if A is at 500, where B should be there? If A is at 500, where B should be there? A is beating B by 100 meters. No. So B should be at 400 meters. Am I correct? Am I correct or not? Then after this, what you people did is B beats C by 100 meters. So B beats C by 100 meters means what you did know. B is at 400. So C will be at 300. So now A is beating C by 200 meters. This is what you people did. Am I correct or not? From this, you told 200 is correct. Am I correct or not? This is what logic you followed. Most of the people might have followed the same logic. All those who commented 200, they might have followed the same logic. Am I correct? Shrestha, it is a 500-meter race. So from 0, they'll go to 500. 0 is this one. 0 is this one. Are you all, oh, this is the logic what you did. Am I correct or not? Do you agree or not? Okay, but here, what is he doing here? What is he saying here? In a 500-meter race, A beats B by 100 meters. It means that A started at 0 and A came to 500. That time, A beats B by 100 meters. So when A is at 500, B is at 400. That is correct. Now, B beats C by, if you take this like this, now B is at 400, C is at 300 if you take, this means that, it means that in a 400-meter race, B beats C by 100 meters. C by 100 meters. But in what race is he saying for us? In a 500-meter race, B beats C by 100 meters, he is saying. So, this is not correct. You should not take like this. Okay. So, what I will do now, this should become what he, according to the question, if A is at 500, B will be at 400. If B is at 500, C will be at 400. This is what he has given. So, when B comes to 500, C will be at 400. So, now the question is that when A is at 500, where is C? This we have to find out. Now, question is that when A is at 500, where is C? This we have to tell. Now you understood this? Why I have not included C value when B is at 400, why I did not take C value? Understood or not? So from this, what I'll do now? C is what percent of B? I'll write 100% of B. See this calculation and all people who have already attempted joined for aptitude class, they might be knowing. Anyway, though, don't worry, those who didn't attend. So now this will be a continuation. Now your syllabus also will be done. Your turn also will come. C is 80% of B. From this, I came to know that C will be 80% of B. Wherever B will be there, C will be 80% of that. I know that already if A is at 500, B will be at 400. So C will be 80% of B, no? So 80% of 400, that is C will be 320. So now when A is at 500, B will be at 400. When B is at 400, C will be at 320. So A is beating C by 180 meters. This is our answer. Understood? Don't worry. Again, we'll come back to this. Just I wanted to show you how we are going to do these questions, how we are trapped and how has to be done, how it has to be done. Okay. Okay. Understood? Okay, I'll re-explain this topic. We are not going to start now. Just I wanted to show how you are trapped. The next question when I get there again I'll show you. So coming to next question, how you are trapped for 40, you know. So how you are trapped for 40, I'll show you, see now. How you are trapped for 40, I'll show you. There, what is happening? We find it, this question is very simple and we immediately put away option A. So in a 500-meter race, A beats B by 100 meters. So A is at 500, A beats B by 100 meters means A is at, B is at 400. And A beats C by, so this he gave 100 meters. And he told that A is, see in YouTube it is audible or not? Confirm me whether it is audible or not. Am I audible? Might have followed the same logic. So I think it is audible because I checked from my side. Okay. So now A is beating B by 100 meters. And then he again told that A is beating C by, A is beating C by how much? 140 meters. So he gave a relation between A and C also. So A is beating C by 140. So A will be, C will be at 160. So now he gave away this 140 meters. This is given and this is given. So from this, what you people did, you have taken this as an example. I mean, when B is at 400, C is at 360, no. So 40 you have put away. Is this the logic you people followed and put 40? Am I correct or not? So you people follow this logic only and you have put no? Am I correct? Am I correct or not? Please confirm me. So, but this is the way how people generally think. Okay. But how he has asked na? So if you take this, like when B is at 400, when B is at 400, C is at 360. So if you tell 40 meters, it means that B beats C by, it means that B beats C by 40 meters. 40 meters in 400-meter race. In 400-meter race. Okay. But in what race he is asking? By how many meters does B beat C in a 500-meter race? If you put 40 for 400-meter race, it is correct. But here he is talking about which race? 500-meter race. So we have to tell in 500-meter race. So from this, what I will do now? C is what percent of B we will find out now. So C equal to how much percent? You can easily calculate, those who know percentages. So C is how much percentage of B? C is 90 percentage of B. C is 90 percentage of B. So now when B is at 500, C will be 90% of 500. C equal to 90% of 500. That is C will be how much? 450. So whatever race it will be, when B is at some point, C will be 90% of that. So how much? By 50 meters. So answer would be 50 meters. Now you understood this? How he is trapping for 40 and how we have come out of it. All the topics are will also be interlinked. If you know one topic, that topic, basic topics of aptitude, basic topics of reasoning, all this will be interlinked. All this will be interlinked. Revati and all, someone asked me to repeat. No, don't worry. These will again come back to these questions. Okay. Jyoti Sirisha, don't know what. Wrong it is. I mean, I couldn't get what message you have put. Okay. Charan Dharanikota. I think now you got, even if you didn't get, don't worry. This topic we'll take up again. Okay. So this is how we are going to be trapped. How easily we are trapped? See, most of the questions what you get in the aptitude and reasoning session will be the same way. They'll try to trap you. And what I wanted to conclude here is, if I give one question to some n number of people, suppose if I give one question to some n number of people, 1 minute, or not? Do you agree with it or not? The question I think is, so suppose if I give this question for 10 people, 1 minute. See, one question I am giving it to n people. So for example, question X, this is a question X. I am giving it to 10 people, you think. I am giving it to 10 people. If I give this to 10 people, almost the people mindset will be 7 people will do it in same way. They'll do it in one way. There are 3 people, 3 different ways. 3 people, they'll do in 3 different ways. So 7 people plus 3 people. Totally, these 7 are at one side. These 3 people are at one side. All are getting the same answer, you think. All are getting the same answer. This fellow will do in 10 minutes. This fellow will do in 8 minutes. This fellow will do in 6 minutes. This fellow will do in 1 minute. All are getting same answer. Ultimate destination is correct for all. Destination is satisfied. But whom we should follow? We should follow this A or this B or this C or this D. Whom we should follow? Whom we have to follow? This D should be followed. Okay. Answer everyone is getting the same. And even the paper setter, what they do, no? If they give a question to 4 people, generally people what they do is, all those people, like you have most of the people here, they have answered 200 as correct answer. They have answered 200 as correct answer. Paper setter also will be thinking in your way only. He'll try to trap the people, and most of the people will get into the trap. They know how people think, what the psychology of the people will be, how they can be trapped. They know that. So they'll mostly try to trap you. They'll put these tempting options either at the starting or at the ending. Trapping options you see in any question, you'll find it either at the A or D. 99% of the questions will be there like that only. This happens mostly in the competitive examinations. So when you immediately see a question and try get the answer, just think of it once. Don't directly put away the option. Okay, don't directly put away the option. Always try to read the question and you calculate the time period in which the question can be solved. Like if you are given 20 minutes and if you are given 20 questions, 1 minute is there. For tougher question also it is 1 minute, and for easier question also it is 1 minute. Generally what we should do, we should try to accommodate the time period given for easier question, we should solve in less time, and we should accommodate that time period for the tougher question. But what we do in haste in the examination, this happened even with me. What we do, we'll directly put away the option and immediately go. There are cases where you'll solve entire question before you click the option, you'll put something else and you'll go in haste. That will happen. Okay. So what I suggest is always think in the view of paper setter. Don't think like a common person who can be easily trapped. Okay. And there are some questions, how the paper setter will set? No, there will be 4 options. 4 options. If I give a question to 100 people, this fellow will go in wrong way. This fellow will get A as answer. One fellow will go, some people will go in the wrong way. This person will get B as answer. That will be there. There is another way in which you will get wrong answer, that is C. And there will be one way in which you will get correct answer, that is D. All the options, if I give a question to 10 people and tell them to solve, people who go in the wrong way also will get one answer, which is there in the options. People who go in the correct way will get one answer. That also will be there in the options. These kind of psychological tricks also will be played by the paper setter. Are you getting what I wanted to tell? See, if at all a question is given to 10 people, and even if they go in a wrong way, they'll get one answer. That will be there in the options. So paper setter is very much aware that how a student will go if at all he is going in a wrong way, and that option will come that he'll place in the options. Did you people experience this? Even people who are in AP and Telangana, they might be having MCET examination. You might have known this. Or else when you are doing some IIT exams, JEE exams, you might have seen already. You will be going in a wrong way. You'll get one answer that will be there in the options. You'll think that we have solved, we got this answer. It is there in the options, so this is correct. This is one kind of trap. And seeing the question and immediately feeling it as easy and then putting option. That is one kind of trap. These 2 traps will be there. To come over that, only practice, knowledge, skill. These will help. When you have all this, time management automatically comes. Time management will automatically come. Okay. So these points you keep in mind. Don't get trapped easily in the examination. So to come out of the trapping things, you should be having knowledge of the subject, application of the subject, skill of the subject. Skill of the subject will solve the question easily. Knowledge will give you can understand the question easily. Application, practice gives you application. Okay. These are very important. Okay. Now shall we move into the topic? So meanwhile, I did not tell you about me, no? So I am Kotagaram Sai Kiran. Okay. I completed my graduation in electrical engineering, post-graduation from NIT Warangal in power electronics. After that, I worked in Synapses initially just for a week. After that, I stopped working there. Then I got around 8 public sector jobs. Now I'm working in one of the public sector union. Okay. So this is all about me. So if anybody is having doubt about what I can teach, I have cracked GATE examination. I have cracked banking examinations. I have cracked PSU examinations. I have cracked SSC examination. Even I worked in my initial days, I was placed in Infotech, Synapses. Okay. So after leaving those, I got into some public sector things. Anyway, I can teach you from basic to top level of examination, that is CAT. luckiest thing in aptitude reasoning is that whatever you know, you can apply in all the competitive examination. It is common for placements. It is common for GATE. It is common for CAT. It is common for SAT. It is common for ZAT. It is common for GMAT. It is common for your banking examinations, railways examinations, state government examinations, SSC, insurance examination, whatever exam you go, aptitude reasoning is common. Only thing is that level of the questions will vary. Level of the questions will vary. So level of the questions in placements will be easy. And I don't say that it is easy for all the examinations. There are some companies which give it very tough. Nowadays, TCS Ninja is tough. E-Litmus is tough. Okay. And one more thing, people are giving packages based on your score in the examination. You might have seen some companies are conducting examinations stating that they'll pay 3 point something for Accenture, 3 point something and 6.25. Both they are conducting examinations. So based on the level of examination, you'll be based on the exam you are writing, the question level will change. What I mean to say is level of the questions in the examination will be varying based on the exam you are attempting. If it is GATE, it will be moderate. If it is CAT, it will be very tough. If it is placements, it will be moderate. If it is banking, it will be tough in mains, it will be easy in prelims. If it is SSC, it will be moderate. If it is SAT examination, it will be tough. If it is ZAT, it will be tough. If it is GMAT, it will be easy. So these will be the cases. So what I suggest is learn aptitude and reasoning when you are in placements. So I can tell you one example of my colleague who started practicing aptitude and reasoning, my classmate. In the first year, second year, whenever I asked, teacher asked him to give some seminar, he always used to give seminar on aptitude topics. We used to make fun of him. You know the bitter part of it. For us, it is bitter. For him, it is tough, easy. I mean, good thing. The bitter part of it is the person who got settled from our branch is the guy who was giving these seminars regularly. We always used to make fun of him, stating that this fellow is learning this, why he has taken triply. Why he has taken triply. We used to make fun of him. But the person whom we made fun, only with the knowledge of aptitude reasoning, he was the first one who got settled from our batch in a good position. Okay, so don't take this aptitude and reasoning lightly. You take it very seriously and you don't think that it is very easy. People generally what they do they will take this aptitude and reasoning very lightly. They'll always concentrate on their core. But so for those kind of people only, I have give these two examples. Those kind of people only, I have given these examples. Okay. Okay. Now let us dive into the logical reasoning section. See, in logical reasoning, these are the topics that are most commonly asked in the examinations. Starting with blood relations, directions, number series. This, if you want, you take screenshot and put. So in this, these are very important. These are very important. Syllogism is also very important. Blood relations, directions, and then this. Everything is important, but the most highly weighted part is this one, and then this syllogism part. And this part, this is not very tough, but your decision making skills will be tested in this critical reasoning part. That is, say, statements and assumptions, statements and conclusions, arguments, course of action, all this. In this part, your decision making skills will be analyzed. Here, your logical thinking ability will be analyzed in this case. These are very simple. Anyway, they are not much asked nowadays in what is that online examination. But earlier they used to test more in offline examinations. But anyway, they are giving now not considerable weightage. There is little weightage for this also. This is the entire syllabus of reasoning. Okay. This is reasoning part. And coming to the aptitude syllabus, for those people who have attended in earlier batch, they might be knowing the syllabus already. So this is the entire syllabus of aptitude that we'll be discussing. And there is one more part called data sufficiency, both in aptitude and reasoning. So this data sufficiency, they'll touch very much in the examination for you. This data sufficiency part, this can be dealt only when you have thorough knowledge of all other topics. Data sufficiency is not a different topic. It is combination of all the topics. He'll give questions from blood relations and directions. We have to tell whether the data given is sufficient or not. That is our part. Okay. Cool Sparrow, it is going. Aptitude also is going for earlier batch. Anyway, for you also it will go. No problem. Okay, this is the entire syllabus of aptitude that we are going to deal. This is the entire syllabus of reasoning that we are going to deal. This schedule of the course is till March, na? So by that time, everything will be covered. Okay. So till now, is anybody having any doubt with the syllabus and any doubt with the way how we are going to deal? Is anybody having any doubt? Chandana, can I know at what time I should hand it over to you?
Yeah, if you are done means you can.
No, actually, I didn't start the topic yet.
Yeah, it's only 15 minutes left, right? So we'll start tomorrow.
Okay, 1 minute. What's the time now? Like 8:45. Right? You'll be taking attendance, huh? So, like people who attended the session till now. So this is the entire syllabus. Today we didn't get in much into the topic. There is no much. Didn't get much into the topic. So in the next session, I'll be starting this blood relations. In blood relations, so there will be the weightage of this topic directly in examinations would be from placements, you might get 3 questions. And in puzzles, there would be 5 questions of blood relations. Okay, in placements, you'll get 3 questions directly from this. And when a puzzle is given, you might be given 5 questions based on blood relations. So it is very important topic. And this blood relations is linked to puzzles. Questions linked in puzzles might be linked with blood relations. Okay. Okay. So now, so we'll be taking generation gaps. Generation gaps. What are, I want you people to see this and come. Okay. Generation gaps. How these are generally represented in the books. I mean, genders, how they represent generation gaps. What are the terminologies they use? Final year students might already you might have seen in your some other classes, but there will be a lot of difference between our classes and that. So once if you have already gone through any class, you see that and come so that you'll know the difference between our XLR classes and that class. Okay. Hope I have not wasted your time. Are you all okay with what I have given today? Like I have given 2 questions and I have tried to tell you the difference, how aptitude will be useful. Are you all okay? Tomorrow we'll actually start the topic of blood relations. From then we'll be moving to logical reasoning session. Are you all okay or not? Please confirm me once. So were you able to understand these two questions what I have given? On these two models, you will be having minimum one question in the exam. Very useful class. Okay. So tomorrow, I'm very eager to start logical reasoning for you. So tomorrow we'll be having blood relations class. Okay, Chandana, you can take over.
Yeah, thank you. So, guys, I'm going to share the attendance link. So please mark your attendance. And I have a many queries from YouTube. Let me solve that. Yeah, tomorrow onwards, I will share the Zoom link in WhatsApp channel, okay? Okay, somebody is having a doubt that when aptitude classes will start. No, like we are done with 3 weeks aptitude classes. So in phase 2, we are going to conduct again. So don't worry about that. So previous sessions you will get recordings in LMS. So please get those recordings from learning management system, okay? Yeah, we are going to conduct remaining topics also. We are going to cover that as well. Aptitude classes I'm telling about. Shravani, yes, I'm telling that only. We are going to conduct those aptitude which we are missed in the further classes, okay? Your classes are very useful, sir. Yes, thank you. So please, could you tell me, will you teach aptitude again? No, like already happened classes, we are not going to teach. You can refer from those recordings from LMS, okay? And remaining topics, further we have a phase 2 as well. In that you will get. Ma'am, there is no technical training in this program. Actually, we have a technical program as well in the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. We are going through Java actually. So we are done with 5 classes. Akshaya, you want those classes means please refer to the LMS. So LMS is a learning management system. It's a e-learning, XLR's e-learning portal. What about remaining aptitude classes? Yes, after this logical and verbal ability, soft skills, we are going to conduct that. How should we find LMS, ma'am? Okay, just a minute. I will share a registration link for this. So meanwhile, just please mark your attendance. So here I'm posting the registration link. So fill the details and register for the CRT course. So after that, you will get 2 mails. One you will receive now and another one within 24 hours you will receive. So after that, just drop an email to edl@excello.com or else we have a previous classes in the YouTube. First and second classes, we explained about LMS. Go through that videos, and there you will get to know what is LMS. Okay. Zoom link, yes, tomorrow onwards I will share in the WhatsApp channel. And yeah, somebody like they are new to our class, so WhatsApp channel also, like WhatsApp link also I will share now. Yeah, I sent those links through YouTube also. So please check from there. What kind of domain we will have in internship? KS, I didn't get your question. Can you please tell me again? So this is not an internship. This is a training program for the entrance exams, both MNC companies and all the things. Yes, if you don't have any queries, you can leave the session. Okay, LMS registration link you need. Just a minute. Shrestha, you're talking about what? Like in WhatsApp, we are not able to find the name. Which name you're talking about? Saraswati ma'am, daily classes will be recorded and can we see it in LMS too? Yes, yes, of course. You can see it. Okay, selected students from training. When will get offer letter from XLR? Abdul, you are telling about CRT skill up or else any another from XLR? When the LMS portal will be expired? No, there is no expiry date for LMS. So it is will be with you lifetime. Okay. There is no expiry date for that. After completing CRT is giving us opportunities to get a job. Yes, for final year engineering students, we are giving placement assistance. Okay. Not every field. Another. Yeah. Just drop an email to edl@excelor.com, Abdul. So my team will explain about that. LMS link. Yes, I'm sharing now. Attendance link. Yes. Okay. You're most welcome. But I'm a commerce student. So what's your doubt? Can you please explain me clearly? Thank you so much, ma'am, for your assistance. Yes, always. How to access recording classes? Okay, tomorrow I am going to explain about LMS again. So whoever missed the LMS, who joined newly, so they will get to know. If you have any queries, just drop an email to edl@excelr.com so that I'm mentioning the email ID in chat box. Please take from there. what kind of domain is available in the internship. We are not going to give internship opportunity here. We are just training, and for engineering final year student, we are giving placement assistance. Okay, KS, I hope your query got cleared. So yes, thank you so much. So we'll meet on tomorrow. Up to then, take care, guys. Bye bye. Go and have your food. Good night. Bye bye. Sai, degree also get a job? No, for degree students, like for all the different segregations, we are not going to give placement assistant. Only for engineering final year students, we are providing the placement assistance. Okay.